Um, it's a lot bigger in many directions. It's very vague, I know.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I think it's in a similar direction. I mean, when we start with her in season 3, she's at this new job, and she just, really wants to prove herself, and she's dealing with some really frustrating colleagues. But, I think for Nancy, increasingly, her drive is to get to the truth.
Yeah.
And, to find out what's going on and to expose it and to, figure it out. She's not someone who can just sit in that unknown. Like, she wants to figure it out. And I think in a similar way, in a very personal way, Barb was, she knew something was wrong. Nobody was doing anything, so she did it herself. I mean, I think right now there are conversations about it. People are talking about it. There's debate. I don't think we're as far as we'd like to be or should be, in my opinion, from that space that Nancy was in. But I do think it's good when people have conversations and just talk about it, because that's, awareness is the first step. So. It's hard to say. The right amount, I think the brothers are quite precious about the integrity of their story, and I know the actors are as well. So I trust them, and I hope that wherever they choose to end the story, it's, you always want to leave people wanting more, in a way. You don't want to burn out or run into the ground. So I think something that, gives that satisfaction but doesn't overdo it. So I don't know when that is, but whenever that is.
Okay.
What's she gonna do in season 4, or what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Again, so totally up to the brothers. So beyond 3, I don't know anything really. I mean, I always have ideas about Nancy and where she should be going, but yeah, it's completely out of my hands until we get there. So I don't know.
Okay.
My favorite monster?
Yeah.
In the show, or just
In the show and in general?
In general, my favorite monster? The Cookie Monster. I mean, he seems like an okay dude.
And in the show?
In the show, favorite monster. I'm really nostalgic for that first Demogorgon, season 1. That was a lot more manageable, I think, than where we're going. So, I mean, he seems friendly now. I mean, I would say fight up to a point. At some point, maybe personally, I'd be like, this town seems to not be the right place for me. But, I think there is something about defending your home that I can stand behind. Yeah.
Okay.
What do I want for her in the next? I think, I think the way that her character is going, this, strong, independent, curious woman is great. I mean, I think this journalism aspect of her life is interesting. I think I would like to see her go in that direction. I'd also like to see her connect with some of the other characters and revisit some of those, relationships that she hasn't, really, we haven't seen that much of. I think that's one of the best things about the show is when you get two characters who are in the storyline but haven't really had like a scene one-on-one. So any of those things I'm always really curious about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.